but even when that's happened before, when I was working for NAB, there were retrenchments, whatever, and people still got pay rises and bonuses. And I remember thinking at the time, going, how does this work? But, you know, thanks very much.
Yeah.
This is Brooklyn, isn't it?
Yep.
And what, Cowan's a bit further down, isn't it? Oh, there's the train.
It's one of those places you've got to go through the rest stop to get onto the old road.
Oh, it'd be annoying being behind that wall, wouldn't it? I remember coming up here, we had a Christmas party, and it was a Sunday cruise left from Brooklyn.
Yep.
And Keith had picked up Catherine, me, I think Ruth, and Gillian, his girlfriend. Anyway, there was an accident on the F3, and I remember Keith going, right, and he had an old LTD Falcon, and oh my God, he fanged it up the old, because this was all blocked, so he goes, right, we'll take the old Pacific Highway, I think, isn't it? Old Pacific Highway, yeah. And they were just about to leave. I think we were about half an hour late or something, but they, you know, no mobile phones in those days. And yeah, I just remember him fanging it along there thinking, geez, we're going to miss this boat. But we made it. The old Pacific Highway somewhere when there were big storms or something, and a bridge collapsed or something, and a family died, or two young kids died.
That was at
it's on the
Somersby.
Central Coast, yeah. Going a little fast.
No, doing 75 in an 80 zone.
Well, he might want to catch up to that little Golf, because I think he was going a bit faster.